All right, this is a video review of something really cool. This is the Bennington bots upgrade for BRAWL. Zoso1900 on TFW is the guy who designed it and sent me a message asking if I'd like to check it out. And of course I said yes, because it's really, looking at the pictures, it's really neat. Now, if you're interested in this, I will post a link to the Shapeways Store down in the video description, as well as a link to the main thread on TFW and his Facebook page, so you can get in touch and figure all this stuff out. It looks like I think I just did the math. I think it comes out to like $62.50 for the 5 kits that make this up on Shapeways. That's Shapeways prices. That's not that's not Zoso trying to gouge anybody. That's pretty standard for Shapeways kits with this amount of parts and everything. So yeah, you can check those out by clicking on those links. But you can see it turns the Energon BRAWL mold into a more BRAWL looking tank with the turret, and the turret does rotate like that. You can see the gun pivots up and down. And other than that, it's pretty much just a tank. And again, this is molded in the plain white Shapeways plastic. You can get it in any of the colors Shapeways makes. I think they have a green, and you can paint it up to match the figure. He also comes with a pistol for robot mode, which when I first got this, I was like, oh man, it'd be nice if this stored somewhere. And it turns out both of these little armor plates back here on the back and this little armor plate here on top of the turret can pop off and reveal a little peg hole for you to store the gun in vehicle mode. Now, if you do it here or on either one of the side pieces, it will block the turret from rotating. But there's, again, like I said, you can pop that back in. You can pop off one here on the turret itself and store it here as well. Now, if you're afraid of losing this little piece, it actually stores right back here. You can see this kit screws on. You do replace a couple of parts. A lot of it just kind of snaps on. These feet appear to just kind of snap into place on the figure itself, but this is screwed in. But anyway, this can come back here, and you can store that right in that peg hole there, a little screw hole. So you can store the little caps, and if you want to put other weapons on, you can store them in any of these 4 screw holes underneath, so you don't lose it. Which right off the bat shows me that this guy's got a nice eye for design, very well designed to allow that to happen. And of course, like I said, the rotating turret is cool as well. Now for leg mode, since you still have access to both the connectors already present on the Energon figure, you just rotate the turret around and slide it down, and you can tilt the gun out if you want. But there he's all ready for leg mode. Very simple, very basic, and it still uses all the connections already available. So to transform him, we start off up here. Obviously put this off to the side, put the caps back in place. I'm going to pop these shoulders out. You can kind of see that allows the arm to lever out to the side. So pull it up here at the top and slide it up. And you can see these little armatures right here. Rotate those up and they'll clip in up here. So you just push those up, clip them into place, and that gets the arms ready for robot mode. You can extend the arms down. Oh, actually, before you do that, take this tread piece. There's a peg right here. Let's see if I can get, there we go. Peg right there. It's going to go into this hole up here. You flip just this outer piece out on each side, and then extend the arms down. Again, another armature. What's nice here too, the fists do have wrist swivels. So you also engineered wrist swivels into this, which is nice. And you've got a ball joint both at 2 points on the elbow, so you've got a pretty decent range of motion here on the arm. Bring that down. Down here, you split the legs, just like you transform them pretty much the way you would for robot mode. Oh, I guess this does go in where the old feet used to be. But then the feet come down. Oh, no, these are the old feet. Okay. Yeah, so it does look like it just plugs in. And then again, you've got the double ball joint there on the ankle. Rotate those around. So again, you've got a lot of good range of motion in the ankle itself, which is nice. And then for this part, just take... Now, before you don't want to rotate the whole turret. You want to, you do want to rotate the whole turret, not just the swivelly part up here, but you want also the piece underneath it. If you transformed this figure before, you'll realize that you remember that piece being in place. But you rotate that whole assembly around, and then just the gun turret here. Slide it up so it's even here, and then there's a little clip here. You got to kind of wiggle it to get it loose, but unclip this part right here. fold it down like this, at which point you can now lift this up, and this whole backpack assembly is on hinges. It comes down, and there's a couple little, there's 2 slots right up here, and then 1 slot down here on the bottom. There's 2 slots here, you can kind of see them under the screw hole. This peg is going to peg in down here, and then these thicker pegs up here are going to peg in under the screw hole. So this whole backpack comes down and snaps very solidly into the back, just like that. Lift the gun up, the gun can now slide and collapse into the backpack. And then you just lift his head up here, which is also on a ball joint. It's got a very nice BRAWL sculpt to it as well. Bring him up, stand him up, put the gun in his hand, and there you have it. And like I said, you've got the ball joint hips from before, the ball joint knees, the double ball joints at the ankles, which improves that articulation. He's got a ball jointed head, and I really, like I said, I really do like the head sculpt on this. All the detail on this, the sculpting and everything. Oh, popped out one of the weapon covers. Is quite nice. Ball joint elbows, kind of at the biceps, so you got a swivel there. Swivel wrists, which is nice. The ball joint shoulders. So you get a lot in the waist swivel still is functional with this kit on. So you get a lot of articulation in this figure. And it's a very nice, it just turns that BRAWL into a much more G1-esque BRAWL. Fully transformable, you don't, oh, got his head out there. You don't have, once you put the kit on, you don't have to pull any of it off to transform it, I guess aside from the gun. But yeah, a very nice integrated kit. Again, you can get it, you can paint it in any color you want. You can paint it to match your figure, whichever version of the BRAWL figure you have. As well as the fact that, like, if you want to start from a base green, there are several colors on Shapeways you can choose from to match those molds. There's green. I think they have a brownish color that matches the other color of this mold. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that they've got a decent variety of colors. So yeah, thank you very much to Bennington Bots, aka Zoso1900 from TFW, for letting me check this out. I think I love showcasing stuff like this, like Ariel Lemon's little mini bots that I've been doing lately, and Christian Braca, Wulong Toys stuff. There's just a lot of really neat, creative fan stuff coming out in the market. Like, not just, it's not really third party, but just some really great creativity and very well designed stuff coming out from the fans. And this is easily, this ball joint here, it even allows the shoulders to swivel like that. Just some really neat design going on here. It's really cool to see this coming out of the fandom. And yeah, I think if I had any regrets about this kit, it's that it's not a mass marketed kit, that we didn't get this with the Hasbro, because that's very well designed and quite impressive. So again, thank you for the opportunity to check it out there. And like I said, if you're interested, go check it out on Shapeways. All the links are right down there. And catch up with Zoso over on TFW. Like I said, I'll link to his Facebook page and his TFW thread for the figure, so you can see some more pictures of it. But yeah, there is the Bennington Bots upgrade kit for BRAWL. It's really cool. I mean, like, I'm very impressed by it.